What's going on? Happy Sunday. Um, Hope you guys had a good week. I definitely did. It went well for me. Ryan, what about you?
Awesome week, awesome day. We went to a Como Car Culture, what was it? Como Car Culture Cares car show.
Yep.
That was a lot of C's in a row.
Yeah, I also noticed that there was a lot of C's in that name.
Yes. So it was extremely hot. I mean, we're in Missouri. Of course, it's going to be hot, but we just like to complain.
Yeah. I got kind of sunburned a little bit. You can see a nice V-neck shape here. That's lovely. Um, Overall, though, it was fun. It was fun. It was about 80 cars maybe showed up, would you say?
There were a little bit over 100 actually.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes.
Nice, that
Yes.
many.
Yeah. We had a good turnout, very good turnout.
Yeah, like there was food trucks there. We had ice cream trucks.
It was
Uh,
pretty legit. The
it was
the
awesome.
admins had their own canopy area set up towards the entrance. There were four canopies set up for the admins, and then
Hmm.
we had a line of food vendors. We had snow cones, ice cream, and barbecue. Yeah, about 100, a little bit more than 100 cars. Um, Trophies were given out in each different categories.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah. James, why don't you talk about that?
Yeah. So I, I won a trophy. Woo. Uh, Here it is. There we go. Woo. So it says best. It says best Subaru. So that's pretty cool. I'm proud of that. So
The Subarus that were in the show, I knew all of the guys, so the admins asked me to step out of judging them
yeah,
because I didn't want it to be very biased, or they didn't want it to be very biased, and I can totally respect that.
which is definitely a good thing.
I
Yeah.
was not expecting how close the results would be, but James
Mhm.
just barely eked by.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
what was the scoring and uh what did they knock me on?
So both you and Sam had such clean cars. And by the way, for our viewers that stay up to date on our channel, Sam's car is the car that you would have seen in my IFO video when I dropped his Wastegate Wednesday video.
Right.
Sam's car is extremely clean as well. And so the admins they had to nitpick. They had to literally nitpick at everything. For your car, they found one flaw, and that was the one small crack in the corner of your carbon fiber hood.
Yep.
And with Sam, he had a door ding on his back door, as well as the chip guards were a little bit dirty,
Mhm.
and then also the um, center caps, all around the center caps, were chipped up quite a bit. I
Yeah.
mean, his RPF ones look beautiful,
Oh
but
yeah.
the chip around the center caps, I mean, they were seriously nitpicking at anything they could.
Right. Yeah, 'cause his car is built, it makes what, 500 horse?
Makes north
So,
of five. Yeah.
yeah. So his car is really awesome. It it just looks really good. It's white with the black RPF ones. It's
You did the paint correction on his car. Of course, it's
I
gonna look good.
I did do the paint correction on his car. Yeah, so I was expecting it to be a close race like between our two cars. If if they were judging like based off of horsepower, then obviously he'd win. But
Yes, and that's the thing they were trying to kind of do. They were trying to. I mean, they know that Sam's car is built. They know that the bottom end is built in his motor, but they were trying to judge it based on the perspective of they don't know what's inside the engine,
right,
and they did that with a lot of the GM cars as well.
nice.
I mean, it's a car show. It's not show off your engine, give us your build list.
Right, right, definitely.
But yeah, so we are trying to do a new thing. Every week we live stream.
Hmm.
So we're going to do a new thing where we bring up a topic, and this week's topic is function or form. Which do you prefer? I know a lot of viewers out there might be drifters, and some drifters like to do form over function. I'm sorry, function over form. Man, I'm gonna get that mixed up a lot. Uh, I mean, aesthetics are going to basically be form. Function is going to be car parts, like actual performance-based parts.
Right, yeah, like go fast parts, basically.
Suspension, yeah, suspension, go fast parts, etc.
Right.
Um, I have more function than form. Really, the only form that I have on my car are the wheel spacers. I've got a lip on my spoiler, and then also a license plate relocation for the front. And that's actually more function than anything because if I had the license plate where it originally is supposed to be, it would be blocking my intercooler.
And that wouldn't be
So,
good.
right. The wheel spacers, they're not there for any sort of function. I guess it does give you a little bit more wheel track and make your overall track a little bit wider.
Hmm.
You could say that that could make the car handle better, but I doubt it's very noticeable. Um, it's just mainly there to get a more flush look with the OEM wheels because I love those things so much.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love them.
Then,
I love how they look.
exactly. And then the spoiler on the back is just I thought it would look better. It's just a little lip spoiler like M3s come with, not M3s, maybe M3s. Some BMW. We'll just say some BMWs. I do not know my BMWs very well, guys. And now,
Yeah,
James, you've got basically full bolt-ons right now.
yeah. I'm only missing uh either an upgraded top mount or a front mount, um, and ERG deletes or EGR deletes. Um, that's really about it. I mean, like flex fuel, obviously, but yeah, that's really about it as far as like basic bolt-ons go. So I'm actually a bit of both, uh, form and function. When when I got the car, luckily I didn't have to do the downpipe because it was already catless. I didn't have to do the intake because that was already there, and I didn't have to do the charge pipe because that was there as well. However, I did get a new charge pipe, and that's a whole nother story. um,
AEM was cool enough to replace that.
yeah, which was really
Basically,
awesome.
on his charge pipe, we had it off in my garage one day, and we noticed that the hole for the blow-off valve was offset from the actual hole that was
Mm,
drilled into the charge pipe, and there was quite a bit of blockage because of that.
right.
He emailed AEM. They told him to destroy that pipe, and they would send him out a new one, and they did. And
Hmm.
bravo to AEM. That was really really cool of them to do that.
Right. Hey, Sam, what's up? Um, I, I had a lot of fun today at the event, and as you can see, I got burned a little bit here. I have a nice V-neck going on. But
Um, the topic for today's live stream is form or function. Why don't you let us know if you like one or the other? I know you've got a lot of cars. You've got like four. And again, to our viewers, if you've been watching, you'll notice that from our last Como Car Culture meet, that Sam has four cars. He's got the 240. He's got the Camaro, a Scion XB, and something else.
what's the fourth one, Sam? We forgot.
Yeah, sorry, Sam. Yeah, but to any one of our viewers that are listening in right now, why don't you go ahead and let us know what you'd rather have, form or function? I think we're going to get mostly people that are into function than form,
Hmm.
but it's nice to have a good looking car.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, so here's a little backstory. Well, yeah, it's a little backstory. So when I was first looking for fast, like like turbocharged cars to get, it was between like a Focus ST uh, or a Rally Art. I'm not sure why Rally Art.
I'm, I'm kidding.
It might have even been like a Lancer too. It was, I don't know, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, um, I was telling myself then at the time, and of course I was younger too. I was like, as long as it looks fast, I'm happy. It doesn't have to be fast, but as long as it looks fast, I'll be happy with it. And it's like, well, that works to an extent, um, until you actually go for a ride in a faster car, and then you're like, oh, this is fun. I want more of this. So then you kind of have that mentality change there, where it's like you go from like wanting like to look fast in order like to actually going fast, and then add some looks onto it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I was joking around with. I said uh, this to the Rally Art and the ST. I did really like your old ST. It was really a nice car and
Hmm.
sounded good. And
Thank you.
Rally Art, dude, those transmissions shift quick.
Yeah.
Speaking of transmissions that shift quick, can I just say one thing? One thing that really grinds my gears is that Subaru does not have a DSG. I wouldn't
Yes.
even care. Off the record, I wouldn't even care if they outsourced a DSG transmission to like Volkswagen or something like that. That would make them so fast, and I really think that they would sell like hotcakes.
That would be pretty badass. So it looks like
Subaru, if you're listening, nobody wants a CVT.
no, so bad, so bad. So it looks like Psalm used to be all about function. However, now he's been more towards the form aspect of it. Um, yeah, because with your like 240 project here going on, you've done a lot of appearance things to it. I'm not sure if you have any plans for any of the function parts, any of the go fast parts. Um, what you should totally do is you should just go big turbo on that, and because like 2Js are always fun with the big turbo slapped on there. So.
Man, you're preaching to the choir here. Brandon, Brandon and I were trying to get to go the Jay-Z route. He wants another
Yeah.
V8 car.
A what?
He wants another V8 car. He's gonna V8 swap. He's
You're
gonna
gonna.
LS.
Oh well, okay. I mean, you can LS swap it. Obviously, that's pretty unique. Um, what I think is pretty cool is a lot of the like LS swap RX-7s. Those are pretty cool, and everyone seems to do them. I haven't really seen or heard of an LS swap 240 before, so that's pretty cool.
I am. I feel like I am out of the ordinary. I am one of. I don't mind LS motors. Like they
Mhm.
make awesome power. You can't deny how good of power
It,
LSs
it's a
make.
great engine overall. It
Stupid
it it
reliable.
lasts, yeah.
Yeah, they're stupid reliable. You can get a junkyard 5.3 for under $1,000.
Oh
Like,
yeah, oh yeah,
can
definitely.
you
Bang for the
knock
bunk.
like that?
Buck is
Yeah,
awesome.
and the aftermarket support is insane. You can't
Yeah.
knock them like that. But I'm strange, and I like my turbocharged cars. I would rather have an F20 or an F22C swapped FDRX7 over
Mhm.
an LS, or hell, even a rotary. Sorry to my rotary guys. Uh, I even like that 4G63 swapped FDRX7 that popped up a few years ago. I thought that was really, really cool. I'm just like, I like my turbocharged engine.
Yeah.
Although I've never really had a V8, I guess, to drive daily. I could be very biased, and I think I am.
Yeah, I mean, like my dad had a 5.0 Mustang, and that was a lot of fun. Um, the way that it sounded was so good. I love the V8 rumble. It just sounds really, really mean and nasty.
Yeah.
Um,
Before I ever bought my Subaru, like, I'll be honest, I test drove about 13 vehicles over the course of 4 months. And
wow.
what I wanted at the time, I told myself I want a four-door sporty car,
Hmm.
all-wheel drive, V8 manual. Nothing existed in that category, and it
Doesn't
had to be new.
sound.
It
Yeah.
had to be nothing existed in that category. The closest that any vehicle came was a Charger
Yeah.
all-wheel drive 5.7 Hemi automatic, and I was like, I don't want that.
Oh yes.
Um,
So yeah, the RB26. Um, you saw that 240 that came out, that black one with the RB in there. That thing was nice.
oh, Hans, yeah, congratulations to Hans. Hans, if you're watching, that car is absolutely stunning. It was so
Gorgeous.
difficult. It was so difficult for the admins and I to decide between Jordan Jacoby's
Hmm.
nice, clean Infinity and then Hans's RB swapped S14. Man, that thing was a thing of beauty. I've seen that before, and every single time I see him, he's always like, "Wait until I get it tuned. Wait until I get it tuned." I hope he gets that thing tuned soon.
It's
I really
so
hope.
clean. He's had it like for a decade, he said, and
Oh, that's so cool.
and it shows. Like you can tell that he took his time and he did things right with that, because that
That's
thing.
about like what I want it to be with my Lexus. Actually,
Yeah,
I want it to show.
yeah, definitely. Well, I think give it some time, and it'll get there for sure. Well,
Yes.
um, yeah. So anyways, like back to form versus function. You
Yes. Good
know,
call.
um, there's been um, there's been a mod that has gained popularity over the past couple months, maybe years even. That's
Fidget
camber.
spinners.
Fidget spinners. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
the excessive camber. Um, that that's definitely completely form. That is not function at all.
You're
Well,
right. You're absolutely right.
yeah, and I mean I'm not talking about like the drift camber, but like the excessive, just that awful camber. Um,
I'll
and
give
yeah, go ahead.
I'll give you my opinion on that excessive camber. If you're gonna
Hmm.
do it right. If
Yeah.
you want that low look, put your car in bags.
Yes.
Otherwise, you drive around like that all the time. You are not only endangering your life,
Hmm.
but also the lives of other people.
Exactly.
Really, your car does not handle better with that excessive amount of camber. And I'm pretty sure for the most part everyone knows that.
Hmm.
But for some reason there's just this fad of tucked wheels, tucked tires. Like I don't get that. It's dangerous to me.
Yeah. Yeah, because like when you only have just a couple inches of tire actually contacting the pavement, like
Exactly.
like traction issues are going to be huge. Like you have to know that. But um, I recently saw a post that was like, yes, and it was trying to explain why camber is a thing, and I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with this or anything, but it had pointed out that camber is the artistic styling of cars when people aren't good at actually building the cars to go fast, or or, or they're not good at building other aspects of the car, so they do camber because it's easy-ish, quote unquote. I don't
I
know.
see. I see what you mean. I see what you're getting at. It's just like if you want to be artistic with your car, show it in other ways.
Yeah.
Do a cool paint job or like a vinyl job on your car. Learn how to do vinyl. James is a self-taught vinyl rapper himself. Like if you just stick your mind to it, you can accomplish some pretty amazing things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've I I've taught myself how to do vinyl wrapping, and of course, I'm not the best at it yet. Obviously, I've only done it a few times, but um, over the course of actually doing the wrapping jobs, I've gotten better at it. Obviously, um, and like once you put your mind to something and you decide just to do it, then you can accomplish anything. Honestly,
Right.
um, as long as you're motivated.
Hey James,
Yo.
how difficult would it be to put me in the bottom right corner where the Subie Crew logo is,
Yeah, that's fine. Here, let
and
me.
then have our latest video show up on the left side,
Yeah, we can
just
do
so
that.
viewers have something to watch while we talk.
That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
I just thought of that.
So, let's see. Let's have the Subie Crew logo here, still kind of just chilling out in the bottom
We
corner.
just make that. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. There you go.
And then just kind of bear with us here, guys. We're doing some rearranging. Uh, open a new tab.
And while you're taking care of that,
Yeah.
I'll dive a little bit more into the camber life. when people go to the camber life, and again, I'm not knocking it. Don't think I'm knocking it. You do you, boo boo. All right. Uh,
I love that saying.
I took that from James.
It's so great.
Yes, it is a great saying. So when you go about doing the camber life, again, do it correctly. Airbag your car. The static life, a lot of people like to say the static life. But another thing that camber people like to do is stretch their tires over their wheels, and they go to absurd lengths to do this.
Yeah.
They will put a 215 tire on a 10-inch rim, or like there's just so much of the lip showing, and I don't understand it. I don't get that.
Yeah, it is a little weird. Um, I guess it's just all about that look for them, you know?
That's true. That's true. And again, I'm not knocking it. I
Right,
just prefer a different method.
right. Yeah, I agree completely. Let's see, what other aspects in the car community um, is either function or form?
I've got one.
Okay,
Plasti dip.
Plasti Dip. That's a good one.
Again,
Is it a mod? Who knows?
there is a there's a correct way to do it, and there is a wrong way to do it.
Right.
And make sure you've got somebody that knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the dip is not too old. Prep the vehicle correctly. Tape up the car. There is a lot of actual work that goes into plasti dipping a car. And
Yep.
plasti dipping, I think, is pretty dang cool. If you want your car a different color, plasti dip it.
Yep.
Try it out, like before you ever want to actually go the real deal and paint it.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually played around with Plasti Dip, and Sam also dips cars, and he does a great
Plasti
job on
dip,
them.
plasti dip can actually. What am I wanting to say? Plasti dip can actually protect your paint. I think
Oh
it
yeah.
can. In the winter around Missouri, at least, we get all kinds of salt
Yeah.
on the road,
It's
and I mean,
gross.
there's nothing you can really do for your suspension or undercarriage. I mean, you can spray with that undercarriage paint, but um, for the paint, you just kind of have to deal with it and then try to wash the car when temperatures get above 30 degrees,
Right.
32 degrees. Wow, I just said something stupid there.
It's okay.
What are you
It's
trying to
okay.
do with the Subie Crew logo?
I'm trying to get it like to zoom out, but it won't. So oh well. Anyways, yeah. So like Plasti Dip, if it is if well, let's see. If it is done, correctly, like a lot of things, if a lot of things are done the correct way, they can turn out great, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, with Plasti Dip, you definitely want to do a lot of like light coats first of all, like to build up that base, and then you spray it on heavy and thick. That way, one, it'll have a nice even finish, and it'll come off after it's cured. So, um, uh, you know, it's just like with everything. It has to be done right. Let's see, what else is there?
If
What
our
about big?
viewers have,
Hmm?
if our viewers have any sort of input on this, feel
Yeah,
free to speak up.
yeah. What do you guys think is a good like form versus function topic? Um, it in the car community, I think that we could touch on big wings. The big wang life. Um, and I'm not talking about like the like STI wings because yeah they're big, but I'm talking about the 67-inch APR wings that are that are level with the roof of your car.
We just saw one in my
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see.
self-dance video.
Uh,
It goes back a little bit of ways
well, that one's pretty excessive.
on that blue WRX.
Yeah, let me find that one too. It's around here somewhere. Is this it? That's not that.
And I can't remember actually where it is. So since you said big wing, that got me thinking of big.
Here we go. Here's the big wang life. I think
Yeah,
that's a little excessive. I mean, yeah, like downforce and everything, but odds are that car never goes fast enough to ever need that downforce, or it's on the track often enough to actually utilize that downforce.
and we could be haters. We could be
It's
completely
true.
wrong. That car could be an autocross car. We
It's
don't
true.
know.
It's true.
But at the same time, potato, potato.
And and yeah, wheels. Yeah, so huge wheels, like the 32-inch wheels that people have on their cars. I mean, I'm not hating on them, obviously. To each their own, obviously. Like we respect all builds and cars because everyone's different. Um, but yeah, those huge wheels, like that's definitely only form. There's not a lot of function you can gain from that.
You know what else that is?
What?
Big wheels are status.
It's
And
true.
some people,
It's true.
if you can afford big 24-inch chrome wheels
Hmm.
on a Monte Carlo, I'm just, hypothetically speaking, that is to them a status symbol.
You could view it like
Um,
that for sure. Yeah.
to me, it would speak it would speak more volume to me if they spend money on a nicer vehicle
Hmm.
and put I don't know and put expensive tires and good well I'm not saying that put functional wheels on there. I'm a function over form kind of person. That's just
Right.
the way I'm.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, so I think it ultimately boils down uh, specifically to like two types of people. You have like the racers, and then you have like the more of the artsy type of show people. You know.
Yep.
So I think that's what it really just boils on down to. Let's see. Uh, what else was I going to say? Like canards. That's also like a form versus function topic. Um,
That's a good point.
it just so like they just add downforce, right? Well, and I can speak from experience here because I was actually looking at getting some. Odds are, like my car won't be on the track that often, if at all, hardly. Well, at least autocrossing. It'd be fun, and I'd love to get into it. So like we'll see on that. But yeah, like canards, if it's just like a daily driver on the street, odds are like you won't need all of that downforce just for daily driving. But
Right.
like to each his own.
And I guess I'll kind of step away from the function form talk
Mm.
for a second. I am no longer considering taking parts off of my Subaru. It's going to happen over the next month. Uh, I I don't want to go fast in the Subaru anymore. I want to do an autocross build on it.
Mm.
I want to go fast around corners, I guess is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. So I'm going to be taking the large turbo off of it, and it really makes me sad because I built this entire setup, this entire car, to be a twin scroll setup on. Uh-oh, are we lagging?
No.
Okay, I built this entire car to be a twin scroll setup on my body style chassis, and I feel like not many people do that. So I was
Right.
trying to be unique, and I did reach a lot of. But I am going to be going back to a less powerful STI. So again, I'm going to be reaching for form again because I want an autocross car.
Nice. So what will that entail?
So the plans are right now a Tatami, a Killer Bee header, stock up pipe until I can afford a better one. I was going to go VF22 turbo because I like that it has a larger hot side.
Hmm.
Just a catless downpipe. Um, you might like this, you might not. I was gonna go stock catback with a cutout.
Okay. Why not the Q300?
Eventually, I'd like to get the new NVIDIA R400. It's to me, I think it looks like a lighter exhaust than the Q300, just the actual
Oh
Axleback
yeah.
portion.
and it sounds better too, in my opinion. I think it
I
sounds
think
really
it does too.
bassy.
Although I think it's a little bit louder.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
'cause it has the smaller mufflers on it. Yeah,
Yep,
for sure.
exactly.
Although I really like the way that it sounds now. Like it sounds really rumbly and nice when uh when I'm driving behind it. You know, like it sounds really good.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Hey, thanks,
Uh,
Sam. I got it right
what is
here.
that?
It's right here in its glory. It's
What is
awesome.
that?
He was just saying congrats on the trophy.
Oh, there are his messages. I don't know why I couldn't see them before. Oh, he said congrats on the trophy. Yeah,
Yep.
that trophy is pretty cool, James. Be proud of that.
Yep. All of them long nights paid off.
Yeah, you definitely take care of that paint.
Yep.
Um, what are your plans? Are you gonna be going to front mount intercooler, EGR delete kind of stuff soon?
Oh yeah. So the idea was to over winter time go to uh so I want to do the front mount. Then I want to do E85 like flex fuel. And then get an actual dyno tune by Graham. Um, like sometime like next like winter, like early next year, and then I'll be ready for you know of like all of next spring. Uh, and like from now until then, I was thinking about maybe doing just just a few more like interior mods, maybe just kind of spruce that up a little bit. Um, a few exterior stuff. I was thinking about getting a wing, and maybe some canards and springs, just try and like complete the look. I think that would be really cool. Um, I want to get the 8-inch head unit, the Android like touchscreen unit. Uh, that's expensive though. That's like 500 bucks, but worth it because the I hate our stock head units. They're so bad. They're so ugly. It's awful.
Wait, is that all you? Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
So you only don't like our stock head unit because it looks bad.
I mean, it
So
has,
you're
decent
you're you're
sound.
you're form over function here.
True. Yeah, I mean, if I was a purist, I'd be like, yeah, it's a radio. Like it does its job because it plays sounds through the speakers. Whoop-de-doo. But it doesn't look good.
I actually
And
will agree. Does not look good.
no, it looks terrible. Um, and the Android unit is an 8-inch screen that you can have a. Hey, Sam. Well, thanks
Later,
for
Sam.
hanging out with us. I had a great time at the meet today. It was an awesome, awesome event, and you keep it up as well, sir. It was fun.
I guess we are kind of getting on the long side, aren't we?
Yeah, about a half hour.
Let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
All right, all right. Let me pull them on up here. Yeah, so I really want that head unit because it just looks better, and supposedly I haven't done all of my research on this, but I've heard that you can put gauges on there and have like all of your gauges like from the AP onto the head unit, which is I think pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, so maybe something like that. But like we'll see what happens. I'm also trying to save a bit of money too over this next year, so we'll see. Anyway, so uh, here's our first sponsor, Seamless Designs. Of course, they do their custom shift boot and e-brake boot work, which is amazing quality, top notch. And we have a promo code Subie Crew 20 that gets you 20% off of their orders because who doesn't like saving money? Um, he does really good work. He's almost at I think 600 or 700 followers on Instagram. He does e-brake boot, e-brake and like shift boot giveaways every like 100 followers. I think you could double check on his page about that. But he does a lot of good work. Um, and then we have Anarchy Motive, and they do all of the custom shift knob stuff. Again, awesome work. We have a promo code Subie Crew that gets you 10% off of your orders, which is again awesome. As a matter of fact, I should be getting my shift knob hopefully by the end of this next week, so I'm excited about that. Um,
Awesome.
it is aluminum though, so it's going to be hot.
Oh boy.
It's going to be so hot. Um, so we'll see if I have to get like a little, uh, like a knob cover if it's too hot, like to grab it in the summertime. But we'll see. Um, yeah. Oh, so one thing about today that I just want to like mention because it kind of uh, it kind of moved me a little bit. I wasn't expecting this. So one of the event staffs, I assume it was his son, but he was maybe 11 or 12 years old. He was a really cool kid. Um, and he comes up to me and he says, "James, I love your car, man. It's awesome. I can't stop looking at it, right?" And I'm like, "Oh man, well thanks. Like that means a lot to me. Thank you." And he's like, "Yeah, I have it as my phone's screensaver." I'm like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool, man. Thanks." Like that's really cool. I have never had, like someone, do that or even say that. Well, I've gotten compliments obviously, but not from a kid, like this, which I think is pretty cool.
That's an honor.
Yeah, that's one of the aspects about having these types of cars too is that it makes people's day. And I like doing that. I enjoy making people happy, and I want people to be happy. So if like my car can help with that, then by all means. And I'm not being arrogant about that, but you know, um, that's just like how I work, I guess. I like making people's days and making them happy.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, guys, thanks to everyone for joining the live stream. Sorry, Jeremy couldn't be here. Again, he wanted to be. He he couldn't make it. Um, Hopefully, he'll be here next week. But be on the lookout for his video on Wednesday. He is doing his part two of his Gretty Evo GT catback.
Yes. Yeah, it should be pretty cool. Like we've been looking forward to this for a while. He's had a lot of technical issues with his software and his computer these past couple weeks that he's been trying to sort out. So hopefully on Wednesday we'll get that video. If not, then like one of us can drop a video too. It might even be over the meet today, so like stay tuned for that. Also, our raffle is next week. It's a week from today, so the 23rd on our live stream. So like same time, same place, and we will be giving away the 42 can cooler and the two little like gift bag like bundles, I guess you could say. And as a bonus, we will include a Subaru flag with the 42 can cooler. So that's pretty cool. So we'll probably make a post about that again this week and and have that kind of be shared around Facebook. So you want to make sure that you enter that raffle because free stuff. It's awesome.
Right.
Yep. Well, Ryan, any last words or comments?
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, guys. It was fun as always. Uh, just like follow all of our social media, and we'll see you in a couple days, hopefully on Wednesday with the new video. So, bye.